before we get into the hard bits, which we've already kind of scratched the surface on, and trust me, we need to talk about why ADHD brains are genuinely, legitimately good at creative entrepreneurship. Not in the ADHD is a superpower Instagram way, but in the real, evidence-based, lived experience way. But here's the truth. There are specific things our brains do that make us exceptional at certain types of creative work. And when we're in an executive dysfunction spiral, we forget that. Research shows that people with ADHD often score higher on creative thinking tasks, especially divergent thinking, the ability to generate multiple solutions to a problem. Our brains make connections faster and in more unusual ways. In creative entrepreneurship, that's the gold. The ability to pivot, to see opportunities others miss, come up with 10 different approaches when one doesn't work. That's not despite ADHD, that's because of it. Nicole, what's something your ADHD brain does that makes you genuinely good at the creative work that you do?
I think the word pivot is a really key word that I've used in my whole kind of career. And also I like it because it's also a basketball term, and that's like a sport that I loved in my life. But the idea that we constantly have choice and autonomy is something that I think my brain thrives off of. Having the ability to choose and kind of make decisions that could play out in several directions. And that also helps me, it gives me an endorphin drive every time I'm able to kind of make a decision for myself and allow that to become reality. I work a lot of the time with ideas that don't exist in the world and then bringing that to fruition. So I don't usually have templates and baselines to go by. We're creating things from imagination a lot of the time. And I think that creative problem solving is something that stimulates my interest. I really like having something that provides a level of challenge because I can very easily get bored of a thing that feels quite repetitive or similar all the time. I like routine somewhat, and I do think that's like the autistic traits that I have, but I think there's elements of structure that I need to be able to then have in a space that I'm working. So like there's a specific working environment that I prefer. Like I prefer natural light when I'm working. I prefer having a place that I can move if I need to, and like my lunchtime be when I need it to be, and I can constantly snack all day if I need to. And those kinds of things in my environment are really essential. But I think in terms of the work itself, it has to have a level of variation. Like I can't do the same thing every single day. That will bore me to death. I have to have a level of like creative problem solving and stretch and challenge in it. My brain's really good under pressure. I don't mind the lastminute.com random things changing and finding how to put out a fire. Like it thrives and is amazing at that. But I'm also really good at kind of like risk planning.
ADHD Brains, the podcast, every 2 weeks on Wednesdays.